Okay. So first we'll discuss some technical PI question from your C. Then we'll go for coding or puzzles in coding. Okay. So we have just discussed some question from this list. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is ellipsis in C? What is ellipsis in C?
It allows the function to take variable number of arguments.
Yes. Dot 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 triple dot.
In C.
Yeah. Triple dot in C is known as ellipsis, which represent a variable number and types of argument. That means in a function, suppose xyz is a function here. Okay. And suppose here we have, suppose a character star is there. One string I pass. Then I give dot dot dot. Let me change the color. If I give dot 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 here, triple dot. Now this function will take one string plus any number and types of argument. Means it can take 3 argument, it can take 4 argument, any type also, not only number, any number and types of argument can be taken. That is called ellipsis. Okay. It is there in function. Okay. Second mark. What is coercion in C? I think we have discussed. Not discussed. What is coercion? What is coercion in C? You know type conversion. Type conversion.
Yes, sir.
When I write character CH is equal to 65. Now the 65 will be automatically converted to A. Okay. When I write INT, X is equal to capital A. Now A value will be 65. There is auto conversion is there. INT to character, character to INT. Okay, automatic conversion is there. We have also forcefully conversion. For this, we need typecasting. Within bracket, INT, it will convert into integer. Within bracket, float, it will convert into float. That is your explicit typecasting. Okay, this is your implicit automatic type conversion of one type to another type. And that is also known as coercion in C. Okay, the automatic conversion of one type to another type is also known as coercion in C.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, but in Java, we have to use brackets for typecasting, I guess. Like if we have to convert an integer into character.
Because it is strongly type programming language. And C is a weakly type programming language. Remember it. Java is a strongly type programming language. Remember that one. This word, remember, strongly typed. Okay, in C, we can use integer as your Boolean type, but in Java, we cannot use. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Strongly type programming language. Java. Next question. What is the size of a character literal in C? Here, these questions I have collected from previous placement drives. Okay. हम क्या करते हैं ना, ये जो इंटरव्यू during interview we remain there outside the that hall, and we ask the student what a question has been asked to him or her, and we note down it, and we have collected those questions. Okay. What is the size of a character literal in C?
1 byte.
So I guess 2 bytes. Not.
No,
So 2 bytes.
no, it is not 1 byte or 2 byte. We cannot say. It depends upon the system. You know that character literals are stored as an integer by its ASCII value. Character literals are stored as an integer by its ASCII value. What does this mean here? Let me explain you also. Sure, I am here to make your concept clear first. Then you can easily write program. Suppose I declared character ch is equal to x. Okay. If I write, suppose I print size of ch. What is the value of size of ch?
Sir, 1.
1 byte. Okay. 1 byte. In different language, different. In Java, it is different. Okay. We are C. It is written C technical PI questions.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. If I write size of x, what is the size of x? It will be either 2 or 4 or 8, depending upon the system. Depending on the wall length of the system, we can say. Okay. It can be
Yes.
2, 4, or 8, depending upon the system. Remember it. Means what is the size of integer? It will be that much. Okay.
So literal is actually the value assigned, right?
Literal is a constant of fixed value, we can say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which is assigned to a variable.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. That is, there is a fixed value. Is a constant, we can say, literal. So x is a literal, ch is a variable. That is the difference here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
ch
sir.
is a variable and x is a literal.
So it was actually a tricky question, I guess, because
Yeah,
ch is
it's
a
a tricky
variable. Yes,
question.
but one
Yeah.
may get confused between literal and
Yeah,
variable.
ch is a variable and x is a literal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like that, I can give another example also. If I write size of 2.5, can anyone tell me what is size of 2.5?
4 bytes.
No, it is
8
not
bytes.
4 byte. It is 8 byte.
8 byte.
It is floating.
Because
Floating.
2.5 is by default double type, not float
Double
type.
type.
That is also literal. Okay. But if I write size of 2.5f,
Then 4 bytes.
4 byte.
then 4 byte. Then 4 bytes.
bytes.
Okay. So like this, make your concept clear. In the interview, they may ask any question. This small question they may ask. So make your concept clear on literals. Okay. Clear? Size of character literal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next question. This question are collected. I've collected from interviews. Okay. Now, this. What is a trigraph character in C? Once this question has been asked in the interview. What is a trigraph character in C? Tri means what? 3.
Yes, sir.
You know, it is a combination of 3 characters which generate a single character. It was used early days. Okay, we are not using nowadays. Why, you know, when we are not using? Because nowadays we have sufficient characters in our keyboard. In the keyboard, we have all characters are there. But in early days, in the keyboard, all characters were not there. Like tilde, hash, these characters are not there. So in early days, they are using a combination of 3 characters to generate a single character. Like double question mark hyphen will give you your tilde. Okay. Double question mark your equal to will give you hash. Okay. It will give you hash. So this combination of 3 characters which generate a single character is known as your trigraph character. Like that, so many other characters are also there. In Google also, you can search for it also. What are the other characters we have? Okay. So what is trigraph character? What do we have to say in the interview? It is a combination of 3 characters which generate a single character, and it was used early days when all characters were not in the keyboard. Okay. Next question. This is a TCS question. In TCS, this question has been asked to an electronic student also. How many maximum argument argument types? Okay, how many maximum argument types should be have? How many maximum argument types main function can take?
2.
No.
3.
3 maximum. It can take 2, but maximum is 3. What is this 3 here? I am writing here. INT main. Okay. INT ARGC. Character star ARGV. Okay. Then comma. Character star ENV. Environment variables. These are the 3 type where we can pass. Maximum. Generally, we don't pass anything, but.
Sir, is there any reason to it?
Huh?
Sir, is there any reason to it?
Reason?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Sir, why can we pass only 3 arguments?
No, here. What main? Tell me, what is main is predefined or user defined? Tell me.
Predefined, I guess.
No. You know, main is a system specified user defined function. Okay. Main is a system specified user defined function. Why? Because what will be there inside the main, we are defining it. But system has specified that each program should have a main function for execution. That means the execution will start from main function, and the main function can take either 0 argument or 2 argument or 3 argument. It can take maximum.
Sir, this is only for int main. For others.
No. Only main, void main, same. It's okay. It varies from compiler. I can write only main also. It will automatically int. You know, the default return type of a function is int.
Sir, but
Yes.
what will we do if we use parameters or pass
Here,
arguments?
I'm going to explain you. What are the 3 things I have not explained till now? What is this ARGC? What is this ARGB? What is this environment variables? I'll explain it. Don't worry. Let me explain one by one. Okay. You know, we have a command prompt in our system. Like this. This is our command prompt. Or in Ubuntu will be $. That is known as your command prompt. In command prompt, suppose I have a program or C file that is called pro1. Okay. pro1.c. After compilation, what this pro1.c will convert into? Can anyone tell me?
The executable file.
Exe. Okay. It will convert into exe. Now, after converting exe in the command prompt, if I write pro1 and press enter, that program will automatically execute. You know, exe file, if I in the command prompt, if I write pro1 enter, then that program will automatically execute. I don't have to open your editor or compiler, and I don't have to run the program. I can run here also in command prompt. Pro1, press enter. After converting to exe file. Okay. Now, with pro1, I can pass some argument here also. Suppose I pass 10, I pass 20. Now, this 10 and 20 is known as your command line arguments. Remember, pro1, 10 and 20. Pro1, 10 and 20, these are all command line arguments. Okay. You know, when I write like this, what is the value of this ARGC? It will be 3. Automatically it will be 3. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Matlab 3 argument. ARGC means what? Argument count. ARGC means argument count. What is this ARGV? It will an array of strings where This pro1 will be first, this 10 will be here, and 20 will be here as strings. That means here 10 will be within double quotation. In the program, we have to convert it into integer. This 20 will be within double quotation as string here. Okay. 10, 20. This pro1 will be in the 0th location. What is this ARGB here? This is array of string, remember. Character star means what? String. Pointed to character, that is a string. And ARGB is an array of string here. Means here it will be pro1. You can say. Pro1 will be here. The program name. The pro1 will be here. Then 10 will be here with as a string. 20 will be as a string also. Okay. In the program, we can convert it into integer. 10 can be converted into integer by function a to I. There is a predefined function is there called a to I. That is called ASCII to integer. If I write ARGV, suppose I write here x is equal to inside the main function. If I write a to I ARGV 1, then 10 will be converted into integer and stored in x. Similarly, if I write y is equal to a to I ARGV 2, then 20 will be 20 is actually string here, so that will be converted into integer. A to I is a predefined function here in C, that is ASCII to integer. So this is the way we use command line arguments in program. Okay. This TCS every year asks this question: what is command line argument? How many maximum argument type a main function can have? Okay. Or write a program to add 2 number using command line arguments. Okay. And what is this character star env? This is called environment variables. This is optional. I can pass 2 also. INT ARGC and ARGB. This is not compulsory. Okay. Now, what is this environment variable? You know, in our environment, the system, we have so many predefined variables are there. That is called environment variables. Example of this environment variable are prompt. Prompt. It is a variable. We know what is the value of this variable. In Ubuntu, this is $. In Windows, we have C:. Okay. This is $. In your Ubuntu, and this is in Windows or DOS environment, we can say. Prompt is a predefined variable where the command prompt symbol is stored here. We have a path is there also, another environment variable, path. Where you can find here? Where you can in the system, where you can find all these things? Where you can find? In my computer or in your desktop, in your if you right click on my computer, you will have a properties. Then you can go and your environment variables, and you can find all these things also. Prompt, path. We have class path also. Class path.
Yes, sir. Variable path.
Class path. These are all environment variables. And if you want to access this variable in a C program, we have to use this one. env. If you want to access those system variables or environment variables, we have to use this third parameter.
I had a doubt.
Yes.
So by that environment variables, do you mean also sometimes we have to give the path to the compiler?
Generally, suppose when in case of Java, okay, we generally set a path where my class files are there. Okay, this class path we have to set. Okay, where my program is installed, I have to set the path also. So you generally we do it in when you work on a project. Okay, when you work on the project, we set the class path, we set the path. Okay, but these are all predefined variables. Environment, those are known as environment variables, and through this env we can access it. Later I'll show you if you want to actually show you how to access this environment variables in a program. Later I'll do not now because we are discussing that technical PI questions. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
You know, the length of argv is argc. But what is the length of env?
Env, that depends upon the number of environment variable in the system.
How do we determine that? Because if we want to loop and print all of them, so how do we do that?
Which one?
Env.
Env variables.
Yes, all the variables. If I want to display, then how?
You can create a loop here. Till env I not equal to null or something, I can check it also. Okay, you can check it in system till env I not equal to null or something. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir. Can you tell me again, please, what is coercion in C? I can't understand that.
Coercion in C.
Yes, sir.
This one.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Here. Suppose I declared float x. Okay. And if I had x is equal to 5, 5 will be automatically converted to 5.000000. By default, 6 zeros are there.
Okay, sir. Means that any decimal, any number, it will be converted to float, right?
Yes. This automatic type conversion is known as coercion.
Okay, sir.
That is also known as coercion.
And ellipsis means?
Ellipsis is triple dot, generally used in function to represent a variable number and types of argument. ... Okay, ... is known as ellipsis. It is there also in C++. We use it in exception handling to catch any type of exception. This is used in function parameter to represent a variable number and types of argument. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let me clear it. Okay.
So in the placements region, we need to write the programs in C++ or in C.
Here, nowadays this varies from company to company actually. Few companies are there, 1-2 companies are there, they ask to write program in C++ or Java. And some profile they ask in Python also. But only 1-2 company. Because you have 250 companies around in the campus. But maximum company will have C in their as an editor. They have option also C, C++, Java and Python. Maximum company. You can write programming using any language. Okay. But few 1-2 companies are there who ask to write programming either in C++ or Java. But maximum company there will be 4 options will be there. C, C++, Python or Java. You can write programming using any language. But problem is that if you in case of Python, you have to use the libraries, but they may have disabled the libraries. That is the problem. You cannot use the libraries. And generally in Python, Python programmers are acquainted with libraries. And if it will be disabled, they may not write programs. But a C programmer can write, C++ programmer can write programs, any type of program can be solved. Okay?
Yes, sir, that's right, sir.
But sometime also C++ we have STL is there, standard template library is there. That may be disabled also. So you will face the problem if you only practice in C++ or Python or Java. So we are generally give advice that first practice a problem in C, then you can use C++ or Java or Python. But always start with C. Practice the program with C, then solve the program using your Python or C or C++. Because when it is not disabled, then it will better to write program in your C++ or C++ STL or Java or Python. But one thing remember, when just wait. System hold हो गया से बात करते मेरा just wait हो गया. So next question we have done.
Sir,
Is it visible now?
slowly mouse.
Write one line logic to swap two numbers without using any library function and arithmetic operator. Sorry, without using a third variable and arithmetic operator. We have done it. Excellent. Okay, next is an important question. Maximum time it has been asked. What is segment violation in C? So many times this question has been asked in interview. What is segment violation in C? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is segment? As an electronic student, I think you know what is segment. And what is segment violation? Here, when a C program tries to access a memory area that is not permissible or permission is not there, then this error occurs. That is called segment violation error. It generally in pointer is you get this error. When a pointer tries to access a memory area to which the permission is not there, not granted, then this type of error will be there. That is called segment violation in C. When a pointer, you know, there is a disadvantage of pointer, you know that. This is disadvantage of pointer. When a pointer tries to access a memory area to which permission is not granted, then this error occurs. That is called segment violation error. This is error. Okay. Little Indian.
So is it same as the is it same as code dump?
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
Repeat that definition.
Okay. When a C program tries to access a memory area to which permission is not there, then this error occurs. That is called segment violation in C. Okay. Segment violation. Okay. A segmentation fault you can say. That is also called core dump also. Okay. Try to read a write operation from a memory location which is not accessible. Okay. You know, our C program cannot access the entire RAM. A certain memory area is assigned to it. Little Indian, Big Indian system we have discussed in the last class. Okay. We have discussed in last class, Little Indian, Big Indian system.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just what. I think this is the second half. Next. Okay. Is it visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just wait. It will take some time to appear.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
Now visible. Okay. Yes. So blink हो रहा है यहाँ पे screen. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the use of volatile keyword? This question has been asked in the interview also. So these questions are there randomly because we have collected the question from different students. Yeah. What is the use of volatile keyword in C?
Any keyword that can act as a reserved as well as variable.
No, I'm not talking about the Java. I'm talking about the C program here. What is the use of volatile keyword in C?
So if we define a variable as volatile, then its value won't be stored in a register.
Anything else? You know, if a variable is declared as volatile, it can be accessed and modified outside the program by other programs. Note down it. If a variable is declared as volatile, it can be accessed and modified outside the program by other programs. You know, when your program is running in the background, other programs may also run because nowadays you have multi-programming capability.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So please repeat the definition once.
Okay,
So
volatile.
please repeat the definition.
Okay. If a variable is declared as volatile, it can be accessed and modified by outside the program by other programs. Okay, it can be accessed and modified outside the program by other programs. Okay. From here, let me explain one thing here. Can anyone tell me what is the syntax of declaring variable?
Variable type, then
variable type, variable name equals to the value assigned.
What is the syntax?
So
What is
data type variable name.
Sir, data type and variable name.
Data type variable name equal to value assigned.
All are wrong. All are wrong. You know what is the syntax to declare a variable? Just wait. Let me check my pen is working or not. Okay. Yes. Just hold on. It's coming. ये blank screen दिखा दे रहा?
Yes, sir.
Just wait. I'm writing here. The syntax of declaring variable. ये भी interview question हो सकता है. And data type variable is not the syntax. Okay. First is the storage class. I will ask the question on storage class also. Okay. Then next is your qualifier. Okay. Just wait. Qualifier.
So your screen is invisible.
Okay, yes, that is creating some problem. It's blinking actually. Just let me.
So in the meantime, could you just please repeat that definition? Volatile. Actually, my
volatile. Okay, I can explain volatile also. If a variable is declared as volatile, it can be accessed and modified outside program by other programs. Okay, it can be accessed and modified outside the program by other programs. Example you can give: when my program is running in the background, operating system subroutines are also running. Operating system programs are also running. So that operating system program can access my variable and can access it if I declare it as volatile.
Okay, sir.
Can you show one example of volatile keyword?
Yeah, volatile INTX. Okay, volatile INTX. I cannot teach you multi-threading in C now. Okay, that is the problem. That example I cannot give. Yeah. Okay.
While writing the name, it will be means volatile full.
Volatile INTX. Okay, volatile INTX. I can declare. So that syntax of declaring I want to teach you, but it is not allowing me to write anything here. Just wait. Just let me clear all, close all my your applications. I think it will.
So, which compiler or software do you use to run the C programs?
You know, you can use DebC++. You can use any online compiler.
No, so online I don't want. Offline.
You can use your best is a Visual Studio. You can use for all language. Visual Studio.
VS Code.
VS Code you can use. Okay. Just wait.
The GCC.
GCC all you can use any compiler, that doesn't matter. Let me share again. Just wait. Is the DebC++ visible? No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. You know what is the syntax of declaring variable? It is not allowing me to write anything. Just wait. Zoom has a problem, I think.
Sir, restart your device, sir.
It will take again time.
Sir, okay.
You know this IBM ThinkPad. It will take some time to again restart. Okay, let me write here. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. Let me close more applications. It is still running. Okay. Let me close DebC++ also. Okay. Now Share the screen. Whiteboard is visible?
Okay.
Okay.
So could you please reshare it again?
I reshared so many times. Just
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
So now it's
Now it is visible.
okay. Just wait. Okay, and let me explain you also what is the syntax of declaring variable actually. First storage class, then qualifier, okay, then your modifier, then data type, then the variable name. It is not data type variable name. Okay, storage class, qualifier, modifier, data type, then variable name. Can anyone tell me what is storage class? What is storage class? See, we are discussing fundamentals, so I am asking you these things. What is storage class? What is a storage class? And what are the different storage classes we have? You know, static, extern, register, auto. Okay, these are called storage classes.
void.
So static.
Not void is not storage class. Static, extern, auto, and register. These are storage classes. You know what is qualifier? The volatile and CONST, constant. These two are known as qualifier. You know what is modifier? We have size modifier, short and long. We have sign modifier, unsigned and signed. And data type, you know, int, float, character, data type, you know. So remember, declaring variable is not only data type and variable name. That is your storage class, qualifier, modifier, data type, then variable name. Remember it. And what is this qualifier? We have two qualifier. One is volatile, another is CONST. If I declare a variable as volatile, it can be accessed and modified outside the program by other programs. Okay. Like volatile intx. If I write constant intx, what will happen? Constant intx.
Its value cannot be changed.
The value cannot be changed.
It cannot be modified.
You can't change.
Okay. In the interview, they ask if I write CONST volatile intx, what will happen? CONST volatile intx.
Say error.
No. I can use multiple qualifier also. What will happen here? The variable can be accessed outside the program but cannot be modified.
Yes.
The variable can be accessed outside the program but cannot be modified. We cannot change the values. You know when actually it is used. Suppose I want I want in a variable the system date and time should be stored. You know, that is a subroutine in the operating system which maintain the date and time. Okay. If you want the your variable should be accessed by that subroutine and put the current date and time, then that variable must be declared as volatile. Okay. That variable must be declared as volatile. This is a small example I have given you. Then it can be accessed outside the program by other programs. Okay. Okay. So, आज के लिए तो time हो गया. It's already 8:28. Next class we'll discuss more programs and also more technical PI question. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.